So let me see if I can explain the concept. It's ring zero only, identity mapped. You know, do you remember DOS? DOS was delightfully simple. It had segmented memory, which sucked, but it was delightfully simple. Do you remember the days when you could copy an application directory and that's how you installed it? So what I'm trying to do is make something, maybe for example, my file system. I want, currently I support FAT32, Red C, and ISO 9660. I want Windows and Linux to support Red C, and then I can get rid of FAT32 and ISO 9660. Let me explain what Red C is. Red C is fixed 64-byte fixed length entries. An attribute, name, cluster, size, date, time. So this is my a 64-bit time, and there's 38 characters for file name, and you need a 0. So the advantage is normally you have a virtual file system and then individual file systems. Well, if there's just one file system, you don't have a virtual anymore. And anyway, on my Commodore 64, I had a program. I messed around with disk blocks. That's what people need today. Let me go ahead and I'm going to copy, Control Insert. My B drive is my RAM drive. I just copied some files. Now I'm going to say drive B directory. Oops. Okay, then I can go here, here. So here's that file. Let's look at this file. Okay, first of all, directory star true. Then we say dump cluster. This gives clusters. This is the current directory. So we say dump 0x. We are dumping. Oops. Okay, these are fixed length 64-byte entries. Any kid, if we say true, we can edit and it'll write it when we hit escape. Now we can notice this is a live widget at the command line. Buddy, we want 0, so I guess we do. Okay, so we just changed it from budget to buddy. We can look at the, now one thing kids can do is look at the cluster, which is, buddy is supposed to be 4. Well, there's the cluster. Don't change that. Okay, now we hit escape. Now it's contiguous files. You cannot grow a file, so it's really simple. So we just wrote a cluster. Oops. Look at that. We changed it to buddy. You know, nothing today can compare to the joy of being able to do that. It's visceral. Nothing compares to the joy. So I made these compressed, which is kind of contrary to the vision, I'm going to uncompress it. If you copy it to a file not with Z, then it's uncompressed. So let me show what the file looks like. Here's a cluster, dump cluster. So that's ASCII. You recognize that? That's ASCII. They're contiguous, so we can just do the next one. Okay, let's go to A. You remember we have a big graphic in there. Do you remember the graphic, the circle A, B? Okay, now we hit the end. Okay, so this is graphic data. So it has an ASCII portion, there's a terminating 0, and then there's graphic data. These files are not just text, they're kind of like PDF, but so all the source code supports the document format. All the tools support this new document format. And when we go to here's my kernel. Look at this. Look at this. We have graphical documentation right in the source code. The source code can have graphics. These are stored as binary after the end. There's flowchart graphics that are easy. Now here's the best part. Let's go to the scheduler. You can have links that jump you to other places. And you can write links to the command line. And you can write graphics to the command line. It's the same editor, same document format. Anyway,